There are some stories you hear and you never forget. Not because they are entertaining. Not because they are shocking. But because they touch something deep inside you. Something primal. Dark. This is one of those stories. A story about a man who was buried alive, not by accident or not by mistake, but by choice. He did it for money. He did it to escape poverty. He did it to change his life. And he did it with the help of a witch doctor. But what happens when you cheat fate? What happens when the earth claims you, but lets you go? This is the real-life African confession of a man who did the unthinkable. And now, he's haunted by it. My name is Emeka. But that doesn't matter anymore. Because the man I was, died the night I was buried. I grew up in a slum outside ABA. The kind of place where dreams die before they are born. Where the smell of gutter mixes with the smoke from burning tires. Where children beg not because they are hungry, but because hunger has become normal. My mother raised 5 of us alone. She sold firewood. My father died when I was 9. I still remember his funeral. No coffin. Just wrapped in cloth. Buried behind our house. That was my first memory of death. And years later, death would become my business. I tried. God knows I tried. I worked in a shoe factory. Got fired. I became an Okada rider. Got robbed twice. I even tried doing Yahoo. But I had no laptop. No skills. No connects. Meanwhile, I watched boys from the same street I grew up on post pictures in Dubai. Wearing gold chains. Throwing cash on women. They said it was God's grace. But I knew better. One night, I was sitting by the road. No food. No plan. That's when I saw Ton again, my old classmate. He was driving a G-Wagon. Clean. Fresh. Alive. I begged him, bro, show me the way. At first, he refused. He said, Emeka, this road, no be joke. But I kept pushing. Until he finally said those words that changed everything. Are you ready to die before you leave? A week later, he picked me up at 2 a.m. No explanation. No destination. Just silence and darkness. We drove for hours. I lost track of time. No more city lights. No more roads. Just bush paths and the sound of crickets. We reached a compound in the middle of nowhere. A mud hut with a thatched roof. Surrounded by charms and bones hanging from trees. Inside, the air was thick. Like something was watching. Breathing. Waiting. That's where I met Baba Ajibu. The witch doctor. He didn't greet me. Didn't ask my name. He just stared into my eyes and said, "You came to escape poverty. But first, you must greet the grave." I thought it was a proverb. But I was wrong. He gave me rose. No food for 3 days. No water. No sex. No talking. I slept on a mat made of palm leaves. Naked. Covered in white chalk. Every night, I heard things. Voices whispering my name. Children laughing, then screaming. A woman calling me from the forest. One night I woke up with blood on my hands. But I had no wounds. Baba said, "The spirits have started marking you. Do not resist." On the 3rd day, he gave me a drink. It was black. Thick. Bitter. I vomited. Then fainted. When I woke up, I was being carried. They led me to a shallow grave. Freshly dug. Smelling of earth and death. He asked again, "Are you ready to die, so that your name can rise?" I nodded. I couldn't feel fear anymore. Just emptiness. They rubbed red powder on my skin. Chained my wrist with black beads. Then, they laid me in the grave. At first, it felt like a joke. Then the first pile of sand hit my feet. Then my chest. then my face. I screamed. I cried. I begged. But it was too late. Darkness swallowed me. I couldn't move. I couldn't breathe. I was buried. Alive. Then, everything stopped. No more noise. No more weight. Just stillness. That's when I left my body. I saw myself in another place. Not hell. Not heaven. Just a place of shadows. There were others there. Men with holes in their chests. Women with their mouths sewn shut. Children crawling with broken limbs. They looked at me with envy. As if I was lucky to return. A figure stepped forward. Tall. Faceless. It said nothing. But pointed at me, then pointed at the world above. Then I woke up. Covered in dirt. Coughing. Shaking. But alive. Boba smiled. "It is done," he said. "You have crossed the threshold." He gave me a ring made of bone. He said, "You must never remove it. Every full moon, you must return. And each time, you must bring blood." I didn't care. I was free. I thought I had beaten the system. 1 month later, money began to flow. I got a business contract without applying. My old crypto account was hacked in my favor. People started sending me cash for no reason. It was as if the world had turned in my favor. I moved to Lagos. Bought a house. Women threw themselves at me. My mother cried tears of joy. But at night, I cried alone. It began with chickens, then goats, then dogs. But Boba called one night and said, "The spirits are hungry. They want something higher." I had to give a life. A real one. I paid someone to bring me a stranger. A beggar. No family. No home. I didn't even look at his face. I delivered him to Boba. And walked away with another 10 million naira the next day. But my dreams changed. I started seeing that man's face. He followed me in my sleep. He called me by name. Then, people around me started dying. My cousin drowned. My neighbor choked to death. My dog ran into traffic. Each death felt like a warning. I tried to stop. I begged Boba to free me. He laughed and said, "You buried yourself." That was the covenant. I stopped attending the rituals. Stopped paying sacrifices. That week, my mother had a stroke. My car caught fire. I almost died in my sleep, choking on nothing. I finally broke. I fell to my knees and cried like a child. I took the ring off. My finger rotted. Doctors couldn't explain it. They said it looked like it was eaten from the inside. I am rich. But I am cursed. I have power. But no peace. I have wealth. But no worth. The world calls me a big man. But inside, I am buried. Every full moon, I hear the grave calling me back. And I know one day, I will not wake up. But what really kills you isn't the ritual. It's the aftermath. You think it ends when you come out of the ground. When you rise with the money, the fame, the attention. But it doesn't. It follows you. Into your house. Into your bed. Into your soul. It's the voice that whispers when everyone is laughing. It's the cold sweat on your skin when the room is warm. It's the smell of dirt that never leaves your nose. Even after 10 showers. You carry the grave with you. Everywhere you go. I thought I could enjoy the money. I bought a Mercedes. But I saw the beggar's face in the rearview mirror. I moved to a new mansion. But I heard children crying behind the walls. I traveled to Dubai. But I saw red sand, not desert sand. Grave sand. The same color as the soil that buried me. I tried women. They left. Said I talk in my sleep. Said I scream names they don't know. Names I never mentioned. Names of people I sacrificed. I even tried going to a pastor. But when he laid hands on me, he fell down and passed out. The church banned me from coming back. They said I brought something unclean into the house of God. They were right. Because once the spirits taste your blood, they don't ever stop drinking. I started losing time. Hours gone. Moments I couldn't account for. I would wake up with dirt under my fingernails. Or footprints in my compound. Sometimes, I'd find coins on my bed. Old. Rusted. Pre-colonial coins. As if something from another world had come to remind me of the deal. Then one night, I heard a knock. I was alone. It was 2:13 a.m. I didn't open it. But the knock continued. Louder. Faster. Until it wasn't knocking anymore. It was pounding. Then a voice came. Soft. Childlike. It said, "Come back inside. The earth is cold without you." I ran out of the house barefoot. I don't remember how far I ran. But by morning, I was in a cemetery. Lying flat. On a fresh grave. When I finally returned, my house was different. Darker. Colder. It felt like something had entered while I was gone. I don't know how long I have left. The spirits are patient. They don't rush. But they always collect. I've written this story as a warning. To every boy watching this video. To every girl tempted to go and do money. It's not just juju. It's not just sacrifice. It's a marriage. And once you say I do, you belong to them. I've tried everything. Priests. Imams. Prophets. They all tell me the same thing. You walk through a door that can't be closed. And now, I wait. Every full moon, I sit by my window, holding the ring I swore never to remove. And I listen. 4 footsteps. 4 whispers. For the sound of the grave calling me home. Because one day, the earth that let me go will take me back. And this time, there will be no coming out. But sometimes, in the quietest hours of the night, I wonder, was it worth it? Was the money worth it? The cars, the houses, the fake friends, the fake smiles. When I walk into a restaurant, they call me chairman. When I drive down the street, people salute. When I post online, people comment God, when. But none of them know. None of them see. None of them feel what I carry. You see, money covers wounds. But it doesn't heal them. I sleep on a bed that cost millions. But I haven't had a full night's sleep in years. I eat food prepared by chefs. But everything tastes like ash. I'm surrounded by people. But I've never felt more alone. The earth took something from me that night. Not just breath. Not just light. It took my peace. My joy. My spirit. And left me with silence. You know what silence feels like? Real silence. It's not quiet. It's loud. It screams. It reminds you, every second, that you're no longer whole. I don't expect forgiveness. Not from you. Not from God. Not even from the ones I sacrificed. But if someone out there is watching this, and you're thinking of doing something for money, think again. They never tell you the part after. After the ritual. After the celebration. After the wealth. They never tell you what happens in year 2. When the guilt kicks in. When the dreams start. When your eyes change. Yes. Your eyes change. You look in the mirror, and you don't see yourself anymore. You see the man in the grave. The one you were before you made the deal. You want the truth. The truth is, I died that night. And what's walking around today is just a vessel. Wearing designer clothes. Smiling fake smiles. Laughing fake laughs. Counting money that feels like bones. And every night, when I lay down, I know one thing. They are still watching. Waiting. Smiling. Because they know something I now understand deeply. No one cheats death. You can delay it. You can bargain with it. But you cannot escape it. And the scariest thing, sometimes, death doesn't take your body. It takes your soul first. And leaves you walking the earth as a ghost. Like me.